And hello and welcome everybody to another adventure of Star Trek Adventures. We have started exactly 30 minutes late. We do apologize. We were having some technical difficulties tonight. But tonight I'm totally muted. Tonight I have I just did an introduction while muted. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to, I don't know if you guys heard that. I don't know how this program works with the other programs I'm using. I'm using Collective of Sound programs, and yes, I'm using Discord, so get the hell over it. Anyway, I don't know how well that works. So hopefully everything picks up. If not, here's the introduction. Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining us for another Star Trek Adventures, Episode 2, The Sabotage. If you guys did not see the last episode we did, you should check it. Go to my channel, check it out. I will have the link in the description if I don't already. And I'm here, surrounded by two of my good friends, the Witch King and Tobey. Does anyone take a quick minute and introduce themselves real quick, or do you want me to do it?
Hello, I am the Witch King. I have a YouTube channel as well as tabletop here, and I review role-playing games.
And we're extremely late. Just want to point that out.
we are very, very late. Technical difficulties and all that.
Yeah, it's only because I chose to switch to a new program.
Yeah, but once we learn it, it'll be better, I hope.
You heard it here first, folks. Everybody blame tabletop.
Alright, well, forget that. We're going to jump right into this. We don't even care who Tobey is. Anyway, no, just kidding, Tobey.
Hey. Everybody loves the punching bag. Okay?
Yeah, okay. He is really upselling I gotta say, he is really upselling that whole thing.
Yeah. He really is.
So, alright. So, it looks like, let me just do a quick check here. It looks like we are a go. Yes. Anyway, no, just kidding, Tobey.
Hey, everybody.
Yeah, we are definitely a go, guys. Everything is green across the board. Here we go. So we're going to jump into Star Trek Adventures, everybody. We last left our crew off on DS9 working on the project that was supposed to turn around Cardassia Prime's agricultural status. What I mean by that is their planet is in such a state that they can't grow food, and that, there's too many of them and not enough food land to grow food on anymore. They pretty much made their land like that themselves, which is why they did, and they did the same thing to Bajor. I don't know why, it's just a tactic that they kept using. So, anyway, so we found out that the project was sabotaged, but we don't know who the culprit is. Today, our adventurers have gone 24 hours without sleep, which for a Denoblian, Zepth over here, which I do have to change his name. His name is misspelled, but I will fix his lower third. I promised him that. So for Zepth over here, he doesn't need to sleep but once a week. However, we did not establish.
No, I only need to sleep 1 week a year.
1 week a year? Oh, okay. Ah, man, I'm gonna have to throw you in some stressful situations and just call it stressful regardless. Well, we do know that the other person here, Rollis Trin, does need sleep more than once a week a year. So, unfortunately, he is under extreme duress because they have not slept for 24 hours.
Coffee.
Well, you only had 72 hours to figure it out, or this whole project is scrapped, and that would hurt your diplomatic relations with Cardassia.
If I might clarify a bit further, it's not once a week, once a year. It's for one entire week, once a year.
Okay.
Yeah, just for my pedantry, don't worry.
Yeah, alright. So, they are still on DS9. Rollis Trin managed to get a message out to Kyokuk. I know it's a weird name, but I couldn't come up with any better Cleon names. That's a Cleon friend of his from another adventure with this character.
Friend?
And so far, there's still no response on that transmission.
He's my brother, not my friend.
Close enough. Still no response on that transmission.
It's alright.
So we'll get there. So, all right. So I'm gonna open the scene up with you guys. You guys are free to use the scene however you would like. You have been charged with finding out what happened to the device and who made the changes. It is up to the command officer to give his orders. And he can only receive assistance from a con officer, which there is none. So Unfortunately, here, Rollis Trin has got to come up with some orders to list off real quick. Because you need to find out who sabotaged it, you need to look for clues, and you need to figure out where you think you can get that from. Now, you do know, as a command officer, you do know you can have someone research, you can have someone look into the programming, you can have someone break down the gene, take the enzyme themselves, put it under a microscope, and try to break down the DNA strands of the enzyme. There's many different ways you can go about this. What would be your first order?
So it's to do the first one, to look at the.
Say that again. Oh, say that again. You cut out there, Toby.
The first one you lifted. Sorry.
Okay. Basically, well, you would put your engineer officer on that. Now, before you give that command order, you need to give me a presence plus command to see if we can give any assistance to your engineer, which at this time would be Zep.
Do I have a focus for that? Persuasion, maybe?
Not persuasion. Do you have one that fits command structure? Let's see here. I'm gonna pull your character up myself.
I could use Uniform Code of Justice, saying, "Hey, follow the rules."
No. I could give it composure. You're not panicking. Mind you, you have 48 hours. I would imagine you would not be panicking at this time. So I would say, give me a composure while you're giving this order. That I will allow that.
So use composure for the applied focus?
Yep.
Let's see. 2. One's critical success, one's a 0, so 2.
Okay, so 2. Awesome. All right, so you got some momentum on the board. All right. So why don't you guys act out that scene real quick?
And then can I help him however I can?
Right now, you need to focus on gathering the information. Unfortunately, you wouldn't be able to.
As I'm saying, could I assist him while he's gathering the information? Because I gave him the order. I can't actually do it myself, though.
Right. I mean, you're assisting him by ordering him to do it. That's how command works.
Okay.
Yep. You got to be at your station ready for... Plus, you got to be at your station, get ready to give a report to Captain of DS9.
True. All right.
So, all right. Give that order. You guys, make the scene good. So the scene's set. Give the order.
I just didn't hear what you said, because I'm sorry, I forgot. He needed him to research the data?
You're ordering Zep to look into the programming of the device, because the device has to be programmed to replicate that enzyme inside of a closed-in, concealed space.
Lieutenant Commander Zep, I need you to research and locate the programming to see if we can't find an error in it.
On it.
Thank you.
All right. You remember you do have a science and medical officer too at your disposal.
I know. And then I'm going to order him to do the looking into the DNA analysis.
Aye, sir. I will definitely. I'll get right on it.
Hold on. I'm going to say that correctly.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
Chief Medical Officer James Hemingway. Chief Officer Hemingway, I need you to look at the DNA and make DNA analysis, see if there's something went wrong there. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I'm already on it. And that's your job. And that's your job. All right. So Zep is looking into the programming of. Give me 1 second here. There we go. Zep is looking into the programming of the device to see what's going on. However, Zep does know that is going to take hours of code to do. So give me... You're going to have to do this in a small amount of time. You know you only have 48 hours with 1,000,000 lines of code. Give me a fitness engineering role instead, because you're looking through it, but you're doing it at a fast pace.
So fitness plus engineering, you said?
Yep.
Okay, can do.
Can he roll, what is it? Use my talent to stall, because I technically did say I was providing him aid. Support.
Yes, because you did give an order. Let me check on that. Which one was it again?
Roost Tide? It's a Klingon thing.
You know what? I'll let it happen.
I just have to find it. Hold on. Give me 1 second.
Yep.
I have to find exactly what it is.
Let me pull that up. It looks like you have telepath, diffuse tension. Oh, roostai. Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, figure out what that is, and whatever it does, I will let it happen.
So whenever a thing I assist or is assisted by another, the character offering assistance may re-roll their dice.
Yep, there you go. So if he fails, he can re-roll. Is it dice or die?
Die.
Okay, so you can choose to re-roll one.
Yeah, re-roll their die.
Okay, all right. Witch King, you're up to give the roll.
Okay, so just 2d20?
Yep, 2d20. Fitness
Okay.
plus engineering.
I have to leave for a moment.
All right.
Can I add my computer's focus to this?
Absolutely.
Awesome. And that is 1 success.
One success. All right. With the help of Roller's Trend, you may re-roll one die.
Okay.
Yep.
So should I just roll like the same roll again, or just roll /R1d20?
Just roll d20 and make sure it lands under your target number. Remember, the target number has to be your fitness plus your engineering. It has to be under that number.
It has to be under 15.
Yep. Nope.
Shit.
Still. Yep. Nope. Okay. All right. I'm gonna let you succeed regardless. I'm gonna let you succeed just because I'm gonna help you out here, but I'm gonna take a threat for it too. So I get an extra threat on my board. All right. So you succeeded. So this is what you ended up finding. So you find a few lines of code that has been changed. The genome of the enzyme that was being replicated inside the machine that was supposed to help with the rapid growth was changed, and now you can see where with the rapid growth it has a high spikes in protein, which causes the poisonous effect, and you see that it's through the roof.
Is there anything I can do on my end to change that?
There's a lot you can do. You would just have to make sure that was the only line of code that was messed with. You're not even sure, but you did find that. It would still take you at least, I mean, it took a team of people probably weeks or a couple months to get this test run going. Nothing. He found out what the enzyme was. Like I said, it'll probably take like weeks to a couple months to do all the code, but to change it probably would take a few weeks, and you only have like you have less than 2 days. You can at the very least report. You at the very least can report the change, and figure out if you can get a team.
Lieutenant, Lieutenant, I just found something.
What did you find?
There is a discrepancy in the code for the RNA sequencing. We need to get some more eyes on this. We need to get this hammered out real quick because, we have like 46 hours left.
I understand. I will contact. What's their name?
This may not even be the full extent of it, just so you know.
I understand. What's the name of the current captain of Deep Space Nine?
That would be Kira Nerys.
Kira Nerys. I will contact Captain Kira Nerys immediately.
All right. So
So
as you're doing that, you are approached by James Hemingway. He says, "Sir, I have a report."
Report.
Well, we cannot. So I've analyzed the enzyme, and plus I've got both a scientific and medical statement. I don't think statement, but theory about not really theory. Okay, so we did find some things out. I guess medical information and some scientific information as well. Sorry for messing that up, sir. It's lack of sleep. So the enzyme's lifespan cannot be determined. Due to this fact, the fact that it's also replicated inside of a machine, the only thing we can do is draw a hypothesis at the very most on the scientific end. Medically speaking, of course, we did discover that the effects of the enzyme are actually too fast to be, it cannot be cured, which means we possibly can't even come up with an antidote for this. So if anybody was poisoned, it would be too late. My medical certification, whatever you want to call it, expertise, basically they wouldn't have long before they're brain dead and completely, from the time they're poisoned, they don't have long to go into coma and become brain dead and die. It's that quickly. It kills the host that quickly.
I understand, Chief Medical Officer. Can you hand me the report, please?
Yep, he handed you the report.
Thank you. I contact Captain
Kieran Nerys. Yep.
Kieran Nerys.
Yep, Kieran Nerys. Kieran Nerys here. How can I help you?
This is Lieutenant Junior Rolis Trin. This is what me and my team have learned thus far, and I relay to her everything that I have learned from Zeph and Hemingway.
All right. Did you check? So, I would recommend that either you or
that we need support.
All right.
And help.
Well, unfortunately, because this incident happened on DS9, the only support that we can give you, the only people we can trust is you guys. We can't trust anyone else. So, if you'd like, I can give you guys full access plus escort support to the security, to the security room. There, you can also check some things. I recommend checking the roster of who's clocked in and seeing who can change it, or who's changed it. We need to figure out why this happened and who did it.
Thank you. I will take you up on your offer.
All right. I'm sending security officers now. You guys can all go as a group, or you guys can split up. It's your. We're gonna leave it at your choice, and I'm gonna tell the security personnel at any sign of fire that we will actually dispatch our teams as quickly as we can. And I will be leading the escort myself, actually, too.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Kieran Nursel will be down there in 10 minutes.
Thank you.
So while you guys wait, what do you guys do at this time? Because there's really not much else you guys can do until you can get into the security room is housing the roster of who's been going in and out. So that way, there's a recording of who's messed with this top secret project, as well as, a third party that's not in it, because the security room is actually on the opposite end of DS9 comparative to this room. It was purposely done like that so that way no one from security can mess with the footage. Or basically, nobody with security would have access to the security room in that room at the same time, unless there was more than one person.
Yes, I understand. So my character is probably either taking some energy medicine from Hemingway or drinking a lot of coffee to stay energized and awake. He then talks to Zeph and I don't want to keep calling him Hemingway.
Well, actually, before you do that, you notice that as you're trying to make it your way to Zep and you're losing your train of thought, we're just going to play that out because I see you're losing your train of thought. So, give me a second. Okay. Oh,
Thank you.
there we go. Sorry about that. Yep. All right, anyway, since you're losing your train of thought, I just lost mine for just a moment.
I wasn't losing my train of thought. I was just trying to remember his name.
James Hemingway. It's Lieutenant Junior James Hemingway. But you know what? It would still make out for dramatic effect. You have to admit that.
That it would.
All right. So he's scanning you as you're making your way to Zep, and you're probably. Are you wondering why he's scanning you?
Who?
James Hemingway.
Yeah, probably. James, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I should have gotten your consent, but sir, I've been kind of concerned about you for a little bit. You haven't slept in over 24 hours. Now, you're also on neural inhibitor medication due to your extensive, psychic abilities being half Vulcan and half Betazoid. I wanted to let you know that if you're experiencing any extreme headaches, you need to let me know immediately because that could be the medicine wearing off earlier. And if we put you, because on the dosage that you are now, mixed with the fact that you're not sleeping, you're actually metabolizing the medicine at a quicker rate.
So is it bad to tell you that I've been having an extreme headache for the last 12 hours?
Yeah, that would be. You should have told me 12 hours ago. Actually, as a matter of fact, I should have picked up on this 12 hours ago, too. It's just something that dawned on me. With you being on this inhibitor medication and lack of sleep, your metabolism is actually burning off more and more calories that you're not even actually gaining, which the only thing left to burn off on top of the calories would be the medication.
And the coffee.
The coffee would actually help with that, too, yeah. Which is not good for you. I mean, it's good that you're going to stay awake, but it's also very bad because you could be flooded with... the inhibitor helps you control your abilities. You could be flooded with fear, irrational states of mind, a few other things, maybe hallucinations, because everyone's in lockdown right now.
Yes, I understand. Now, as I was thank you, James. I can't do it right now. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I have actually synthesized...
I will get to that in one moment. So,
well, real quick, though, I have synthesized a dosage that might work. I don't know if it will, but I do recommend taking it right now since you've actually been without your medication for at least well over 12 hours.
I will be fine.
Okay.
For 3 minutes.
Okay. Well, I would like to also let you know, as Chief Medical Officer, you may have been placed leader of this team, but as a medical officer, I can actually demote you without actually outranking you, as I am the chief medical officer. Just wanted to let you know that. But I will keep an eye on you, but any first signs of trouble, I will relieve you of duty.
Thank you. All I was going to say was that we have Captain Keanu Reeves coming to escort us. I was wondering if one of you would volunteer to stay here to look after the facility to make sure no one gets in or out, and then 2 of us can head over there. Now, please give me my medicine.
All right, so he gives you the medicine. He's like, I'll stay here. I have no reason to go to a security room.
Thank you. When we leave, depending on how many escorts we have one of them stay here and lock the door down, hard lockdown style.
Yeah, well, it's magnetically sealed. We will lock it down from this side, yes.
Thank you.
All right, so you go to Zepp after that.
Zeph, so me and you are going to the security room.
Yes, let's go.
All right.
I do not understand.
Sorry that I'm not more chatty at the moment. I'm quite consumed with the task at hand.
You are fine. I'm just trying to understand how you can stay awake for this long.
Well, don't you know that denobulins only sleep?
I know. That's why I'm trying to understand how you people can do it for months.
I just do it, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
How do you sleep for only 12 hours a night?
Hold on. Thinking of the exact thing. In blissful ignorance.
Yes, I can see that.
Is that an insult?
No, it was meant in good fun, but you can take it as that if you wish.
No, I know you're fine. Ugh.
So you guys, the door is you hear a noise at the door. It's just a regular ring that, if somebody's at the door, they hit the button to indicate that they're there.
And we see the comms to see who it is.
You do see the comms, and it is Kira Nerys with 2 security officers ready for escort.
Open the door.
All right, so you open the door and say, and you got 2 guys with phaser rifles, and you got Kira with just regular hand phaser. She's like, right this way, gentlemen. We'll get you to the security room.
Since there's going to be 3 of us, can we have one of the security guards stay behind here to protect the room?
Absolutely.
With our chief medical officer, James Hemingway.
Yes, absolutely. I'll leave one here.
Have them both stationed inside.
Yep. They can't do that because you don't know if one of the security officers was the saboteur. You just know someone on DS9. No one inside DS9 can enter that room. Only you 3.
All right.
You can have them posted at the door, though.
Then have them posted outside the door. James, this is a direct order. Do not open that door for anyone but me.
Yes, sir. I will keep that in mind.
Thank you.
All right. So you guys leave and the door shuts.
Actually,
And
no, hold on.
okay.
Anyone but me and anyone and me doing this as I talk into his mind or attempt to.
Uh,
Giving
you're
him the order of, it's the, I have to order you with, you have to hear me order you in your mind, not word of mouth.
he basically replied like you heard his thoughts, like he's got it, but also letting you know that you sounded like a bumbling idiot. Probably because you're tired.
My character a little bit goes, I'm tired.
Yeah.
The medicine hasn't kicked in yet.
All right, so you guys leave. The door shuts. There's an officer posted right there, and they take you guys to the security room. Once you guys are in the security room, they unlock the door, and you guys are walked in, and the door is locked and sealed from the inside. So you guys have access to it.
Yep. Check the logs, see if who tampered with what.
All right. So I need a reason and security roll. Who wants to do it?
I got it.
All right, and the witch Zep can help out any way he can too. You can also, I believe, you can also
I would
assist.
love assistance. Assist me
How would I help?
any way you can.
You would be looking for, while he's sitting there accessing the data, you would be looking for any abnormalities or anything that was changed manually.
So would I roll reason plus security?
Yes.
Okay.
So reason security. Would a focus apply for this or not?
Let me see here. Let me check your focuses one last time. And computers, by the way, Witch King, works.
Okay, cool.
So that focus does work for you. You know what? I will give you, since you're accessing a security terminal, since Rollis is accessing the security terminal, I will give you Uniform Code of Justice just for that.
And then
And
since
Two
the Witch
successes
King,
add to hits.
since the Witch King is assisting me, I can use one of my talents.
All right, which talent?
Roost die.
Okay.
I got critical success and a 0. I'll reroll to 0.
Okay.
1 second, gentlemen.
Tabletop.
I said gentlemen.
My name's Tabletop.
Okay, tabletop. Alright, so it's
1, 2,
3
3,
total.
4. You got 5 total between you guys. So you guys
Yep.
did earn at least 2 momentum.
Woohoo.
Awesome.
All right. And this is what you guys found out. So, you do have a small roster of all who have accessed that lab and the machine for the duration of the project, and it was downloaded. You were able to actually get it downloaded to a data pad. In the data pad, you were able to look through the names. There are 6 names. There is Captain, Command Officer Kira Nerys. Access these part-time, part of the time that it was there. Now, the access times are either part-time, full-time, or often. If they're often, then that means they're less than part-time. If there was part-time, that would mean it was at least around half or a little bit less than half of the project, but a lot more than, it's like her presence was there, their presence were there, but barely. And if it was full-time, that means they were working on the project from start to finish. And that's that. So you have Captain Kira Nerys, accessed it part-time. You have Lieutenant, Science Division, Jane Foster, that accessed it full-time. You had Lieutenant Medical Chief Officer of DS9, who is still present, by the way, on DS9, Julian Bashir, but he only accessed it often, so he was in and out scarcely. You had Lieutenant Junior, Science Division, Amber Danvers, full-time. Now, this one, did pop, probably popped into Rollis's mind. Ensign Engineer Division, Vulcan was there full-time. So there was a Vulcan Starfleet officer on the scene. And then there was Gaka, a Ensign Engineer Ferengi Starfleet officer, but he was only there part-time.
Can I summon all of them?
You can summon all of them all you want, yes. And when you do that, When you do that, you have to relieve. If you want to summon Kira Nerys, you have to relieve her of temporary command, but you have to report that to a higher ranking officer.
Sorry, could you repeat yourself? Tip top.
If you want to summon Kira Nerys, you gotta appoint someone. You gotta get a hold of someone in Starfleet and let her know that she's been relieved of duty until questioning is over with.
I would do it because I trust her, but I just need to talk to all of them.
All right, you can access someone from the terminal. One person you can definitely get a hold of in probably a much quicker time frame is Amelia, Captain Amelia of the USS Tolkein, which is still orbiting around DS9.
Captain Amelia. Hailing Captain Amelia, this is Rose Trent.
Go ahead, Tren. What can I do?
I need you to temporarily relieve Captain
Kira Nerys.
Kira Nerys of duty. I need to question her.
All right, I will definitely send a security team to relieve her of duty, and I will accompany the security team as well.
Thank you.
All right, I will be letting Starfleet know that I'm taking command of DS9. I'm leaving the commander in command of the USS Tolkien while I'm aboard.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Captain out, and she taps her comm badge and ends the transmission. And before anyone picks you up, the door is rung again. You do look through the after probably an hour or so. So you guys were stuck in that room for a long time, just going through getting your data together, and you do see that it's your captain with two Starfleet security officers from the USS Tolkein.
I did tell Captain Kira Nerys what I was doing, by the way.
Yes. Oh no, she's been made fully aware, even if you didn't do it.
Yeah.
She harbors no ill will because she wants the project done too, and with her being Bajorian, she's actually prime suspect. Because we remember the Bajorians attacked you guys last time, even though she assisted.
He opens the door and says, "Hello, Captain."
All right. Well, she's been relieved of duty. She's waiting for you guys in a questioning room. So just pull.
I wanted to summon everybody in the same room.
All in one room. Why?
There's methods to my madness.
This isn't a game of Clue, but okay.
He's going to have them all open his minds to him.
We have multiple endings at the end of this session.
I know.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so, but isn't reading other people's minds without their permission against Starfleet regulation?
He's going to ask them to give him all permission. If they do not give him permission, they are considered a prime suspect and thus locked in the brig. Only someone to hide would not show it.
No, that's totally against Starfleet. Just out of character.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I mean, if you want to go that route, you're in command. I'm not going to take that from you.
Well, no, he doesn't want to do something that's against Starfleet protocol because Uniform Court of Justice.
Right.
My plan was to have them all allow him to do it so that way he could find the suspect the quickest.
Yeah, but also bear in mind that you're also entering someone's personal thoughts. If what they did is buried deep, then you're also going to be seeing or hearing other things that you probably shouldn't be hearing. I'll let everyone's imagination, including anyone who sees this video, I'll let their imagination run wild with that one.
Yeah, I understand.
The holodeck. The holodeck.
If my character were to ask and get permission, though, would that be acceptable?
That would be acceptable, yes. The only person, I mean, yeah, I mean, that would be acceptable. That depends if they go for it.
Plus, he can also, without having to probe too deep on anybody, just by being in the room with people, he can read surface thoughts.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, they'll summon everyone to the room, all 6 people. Which leaves us to the very next act here. So as everyone's being gathered into one room, they're gonna gather everyone into the brig. That's where you're gonna question them at.
Yep.
Meanwhile, we're gonna pull together all the clues that you guys got. All right, so we're gonna go over this real quick. Okay, so you do have lines of code that was changed in the genome of the enzyme. Lifespan cannot be determined. Effects of the enzyme are too fast and strong. And then you have the roster. it is pretty much safe to say that it's very possible that someone of a engineer, science, and medical background would likely be more responsible than somebody else of command or security structure.
Yes, but my character is also thinking that there might be more than one person.
Oh, I'm so gonna give you a momentum for that.
And he tells Zeph this telepathically so no one can hear him. Says, Zeph, I have a feeling there's more than one person involved in this.
Wow. Okay. You do what you need to do. I'll help out as best I can.
Thank you. It is gratefully appreciated.
So, Zeph needs to give me an insight engineering roll real quick.
Insight engineering.
Mhm.
Let's do.
And then I'm going to give a roll 2 for James Hemingway because there's something that's going to be uncovered here in just a minute.
Can I add my computer's focus to this as well?
No, not your computer focus. Let me see if you do have a focus you can add. I'm pretty sure you do. Let's see. Warp drive, computers, electroplasmic systems, hand phasers, survival. I mean, you know what I'm gonna do for you? We'll just say electroplasmic power system. You know what? If you want, this is up to you. Because you do know what's about EPS systems and you do know engineering. If you want to spend a determination, I'll give you 1 success, automatic.
I will do that.
All right, spend your determination and you're gonna get 1 automatic success.
Where are the determination?
Oh, it's on the sheet. It's under determination under values.
Okay.
Yep.
Spending one determination.
Yep, and then all you got to do is roll the 2d20 and see what more successes you get.
Okay. 3 successes.
Oh, yeah. 2. Okay.
I don't think he needs it.
Not 3, no, but you guys got it. Okay, so you guys.
That's something really awesome.
All right, so you guys got 6 momentum on the board, and I only got 3 threats, so you guys are doing pretty good. Hang on for a second, I got to roll a reason science for James Hemingway because he's got something he's got to report to Rollis. Oh.
He can use momentum if he needs it.
Yeah, he's actually I think he still has 1 chip, 1 specialty chip from the last time for an automatic success. So I'm going to use that. That'll grant him 2, but because I also have an automatic failure because I got a 20, that unfortunately is going to grant a threat. Just 1 threat. That's not a big deal. Yep, all good. All right. So that's been spent. All right. So here's what Zep knows. Zep knows that you've gone through the lines of code strictly. You've seen what has been changed. You know it's been changed in multiple places. You know that the only way that someone can do it is if they had full-time access, which rules out Gaka, the Ferengi engineer. You are very sure he had nothing to do with it.
Okay, I relay this information as carefully as possible.
All right. Do you want to act that out real quick, or should I do my second part?
So what exactly happened?
You do know that many different lines of code was changed in multiple areas because, you know, that's how code works. When you make changes somewhere, you have to make it somewhere else too. It's like algebra. It's like balancing. So you do know out of a million lines of code that someone would have had to have full-time access, and Gaka, the Ferengi engineer, only had part-time. So you know, you're pretty sure he had nothing to do with it.
Okay, who would I tell, Rollis this?
Yes.
Okay, I go up to Rollis and I tell him, it's not the Ferengi engineer.
That is one idea. Engineers are prime suspects, and if, like I said, if it's part of my idea of being more than one person, he could have helped.
It's not him. He has had very little access to the security or the console that leads to the code encoding of the RNA sequencing.
I understand, but I'm saying that he might have been able to help while he was there.
Okay.
Well, we can.
In your head, I'm thinking of every possibility. I'm also thinking of the possibility that all 6 of them worked together.
Well, we can also bring in the fact that to eliminate, if we have to eliminate that, that they have extensive knowledge of DNA and RNA sequencing, which the prime suspects would be anyone of a science or medical officer background, which brings the list to Jane Foster guaranteed, Julian Bashir guaranteed, and Amber Danvers. All of them are part of science or medical divisions. And Julian Bashir is one of the best doctors in Starfleet. So he could have very easily have done this. Now, as to why, because he is human, is, beyond me, but so is Jane Foster and Amber Danvers. So it's hard to say. All right. You've already got your recommendations. Trin can do whatever he wants with the recommendations. Next is to move straight into the questioning. I am going to let you, if you want, there is the question of who could have actually have been. Now, if you want to make this roll, I will let you make it. You don't need to make it. It's up to you.
I'll try it.
But it's an insight command. Okay?
All right.
It's an insight command roll. It's going to be very easy. Let's see if you got any successes on it. But it's not going to be like make or break.
Would composure help with this?
No.
I'm trying to clear mind.
No.
So I don't think I have any focuses to apply because persuasion and diplomacy.
No. I've been focusing the crap out of you guys ever since. I'm gonna have to let this one ride out.
2 successes.
2 successes. Something in your mind told you to pull up the service records of all the Starfleet officers.
Pull up the service records.
All right. So you pull up the service records, and you find something very interesting. Before you start questioning, you actually held off the questioning while you're waiting on the service records from Starfleet. And then, once everything came through and you were cleared, 2 service records stands out. You had service records for Jane Foster and Amber Danvers. Both of them stood out. Both science officers. One transferred from the USS Bakersfield. The other transferred from the USS Nixon.
Okay.
So, at this point, you have gone another 24 hours without sleep. You have less than 24 hours to see who the culprit is. All right. Give me a fitness security roll.
Who, me?
No. Rollless.
Oh, okay.
3 successes, 1's a critical.
2 successes and 1's a critical. Okay, awesome.
3 and 1's...
Oh, 3 of them. Okay. Ooh, holy crap. Okay. All right. So you looked up so you did look up the USS Nixon, and the USS Bakersfield. Both the ships. One ship is operational. Turns out the USS Bakersfield was destroyed by an anomaly less than 3 months ago, the same time as the project, which started. You could not get the exact start date of the USS Bakersfield and its destruction does not compare to the transfer. You can't compare the two. It's almost like the transfer files never happened.
Interesting.
Yep. So that's it.
And who was that person for?
Jane Foster.
Okay.
Yep. All right, so everyone is gathered in the room, and you guys enter in the room, all 3 of you together.
First, I'm going to ask Captain Kearna Reeves.
All right.
And she is engineering? Was she?
No,
Command?
no, she's command.
Captain Kearna Reeves, I just pull her aside.
Hmm?
I do not think you are one of the main suspects, but I need to hear nonetheless. I have two-ish main suspects, both being Jane Foster and the two people that stood out,
Okay, Jane Foster and Amber Danvers.
and Amber Danvers.
Right.
What can you tell me about these people?
Jane Foster did transfer. Here she had some transfer papers from Starfleet itself, but
There are none on record.
that's interesting. I did not even notice. Must have flown under the radar. And Amber Danvers, she transferred from the USS Nixon. Her transfer papers were more complete, though.
Thank you.
Yep.
And it was Jane Foster's who's none are on record, correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You may leave the brig.
All right, so she leaves.
Right. So now we have 5 people left.
Yes.
We have I'm trying to think. Jane Foster, Amber Danvers, and the medical guy, best doctor in the thing.
So Jane Foster, Julian Bashir, Amber Danvers, Tavol, and Gaka. Gaka is only there because you haven't relieved him yet.
Gaka, please step forward and follow me.
He comes up, he's kind of fidgeting, because like most Ferengi do. He's like, "What can I do for you, sir?"
First off, you can calm down. You're not in trouble. I do not believe you to be a suspect, but I need you nonetheless. My companion here, Zeft, has informed me that you are at least likely to have been here because you had the least time served.
Yes, that's true. I haven't been. I was only around the project as an assistant to the other engineer, Tavol, the Vulcan.
The Vulcan. Thank you. What did you see around the project, if I might?
Nothing much. I mean, we were building, constructing, and then Tavol was programming.
Thank you. Because I am going to read surface thoughts on everybody. Is he telling the truth?
Oh yeah, he's telling you the truth.
So he doesn't know anything. All right, I thank you. You are dismissed.
Yeah, and he leaves. All right, who's next? You got Jane, Julian, Amber, and Tavol.
Tivol. How long was Tivol on it?
Time. Full time.
Full time.
Yep.
How long was Jane on it?
Jane was on it full time as well.
Amber.
Full time.
Julian.
Often, way less than part time. Not even half the time. He came in a couple of times.
Julian, please step forward.
All right, so
Come speak with me.
He comes. Yes, sir.
I understand that you were not here for long. What did you come into the project for?
Well, I am Chief Medical Officer of DS9. I have been for many, many years now, and I was overseeing the project just to make sure that there was no medical anomalies that would cause any harm to humanoid life. From my understanding,
when was the last time you checked? We did find an anomaly that would definitely harm humanoid.
Well, that's the problem. You have all my access times, and as you probably have known, I haven't been in there at all. I could probably count on 2 hands how many times I've been in there for the last 3 months.
Thank you. You are dismissed. I do not think you are a culprit.
All right, thank you. And you do read a surface thought, and he is he's telling you the truth.
Thank you. Now we have the Vulcan, Amber, and Jane.
Yep.
I have the Vulcans. What's the name?
Tavol.
Tivol, please step forward.
Yep. Tavol comes up and says, "Sir."
Just gives him a long stare.
Well, you do read his surface thoughts to a certain degree, and he goes, "Captain, sir, if you're attempting to read my thoughts, you should ask me permission first."
I am not attempting to read your thoughts. I've just had a long day.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, that's okay. But that's okay. I'm just an ensign. Anyway.
I understand, ensign.
Yeah.
Now, what did you do on the project?
Well, I engineered the blueprints, grafted the project, both inside and out, and programmed it.
Question. From one Vulcan to another, did you catch any surface thoughts while you were working on the project of anyone who you might consider suspicious?
Well, you must have me confused for a Betazoid. Vulcans, we do surface thoughts through Vulcan mind melds. I have heard of you, Mr. Trin, and I do know you're half Betazoid, so you can read the surface thoughts.
Thank you. Did you do a Vulcan mind meld at all?
No, Vulcan mind meld cannot be performed without permission. It is against my people's laws.
I know. I was making a joke.
Joking
All right,
is illogical for Vulcans. You should know that.
I know. You've never met my mother.
No, but I actually know your mother, and actually I did meet her once at a seminar. She's a very good diplomat, very worthy of Vulcan breeding.
Lucky you. Now,
I have not bred with her, no. But I would, one day maybe,
I'm
hopefully
saying
get.
lucky that you have met her.
Oh, okay. Moving on.
Yeah, no, my character gets really disturbed at that. All right, thank you. What did you work on in the project?
Who, DeVol?
Yep. I'm not done with him yet.
Oh, yeah. Well, like I said, I constructed it, replicated the parts, put it together, and I programmed it. That's basically all I did is I messed with the code. I built the code.
May I have permission to go into your thoughts?
I have nothing to hide. It would be logical for you to do that so that way we can deduce who the culprit could be, but why would the culprit would be a Starfleet officer.
Thank you. So he's given me permission to go into his thoughts, correct?
Yep.
Am I breaking Starfleet protocol?
Nope.
All right, I do it.
All right. So you do it, and he's telling you the truth. And you even managed to pick up a glimpse of images because you digged a little deep and got a small image of... He did not mess with the code. He wrote that code perfectly. Somebody else tampered with it.
Thank you. You are dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Amber.
Amber comes up and says, "Sir."
I understood you served on the USS Nixon, right?
Yes, sir.
How long have you been on Deep Space Nine?
About 3 months.
About 3 months.
Mhm.
Interesting. Well, that's about the time the project has started. When
Yes.
was your official transfer?
Oh, my official transfer was during the project sanctioned. When Starfleet sanctioned the project to be built, I was one of the officers that was selected off of the USS Nixon to basically come here and to help out due to my scientific expertise.
Yeah, yes, I understand. I've heard of them. How do you know Jane Foster?
I met her. It's funny. She arrived here around almost, I think, the same time I did. Maybe a month later. No, actually, much. I would say around the same time. But it was like, everyone was very skeptic of her because they could have swore she was on the USS Bakersfield, which you could see was destroyed, but we figured maybe she got lost or something, or that something happened to the vessel. She couldn't get out here quick enough because she had the transfer papers. That's all I know. I'm not a high-ranking officer, so I wouldn't know anything, but this is just the rumors that are going around DS9 about her.
I understand. Thank you. What did you do on the project?
I made sure I tested water samples, dirt samples, make sure it was all being revitalized.
Thank you.
Yep.
With your permission, what surface thoughts do I have from her?
Well, she's telling you the truth, and she doesn't really have much thoughts on Jane Foster. But that question did stir something up in her because it was like she came in around the exact same time, but somebody said that her transfer papers weren't right, and then you got images of her talking to other officers before talking with Kira Nerys. And then you see images of her talking to Kira Nerys saying, "Do not talk about other officers. That project is classified."
I might need to get Kira Nerys back in here. All right.
Well, as far as you're able to deduce, you're only able to deduce that it was possibly her spreading rumors about a woman who mysteriously showed up on DS9 with weird transfer papers.
Yes, which is not proper protocol, so she was trying to make it so rumors weren't spread. I understand. She's fine.
Yep.
With your permission, may I dive a little bit deeper into your mind?
Absolutely. I got nothing to hide.
Thank you.
So you go a little bit deeper, but you see her with her parents and that she's happy that she got to join the USS Nixon. That was her first, as a lieutenant junior, that was her first vessel she served on. And then she got the transfer for DS9, and you see her accommodations and her accolades of basically her rewards that she has gotten as a Starfleet officer. She is a very well decorated officer.
All right. I go, thank you. You may go back in line.
Yep.
Jane Foster, please step forward.
Jane Foster comes up. Goes, sir.
Trying to think what to say. I understand you came from the USS Bakersfield.
Yes, sir, I did.
How did you get here from the USS Bakersfield?
Shuttle.
When?
About
When
3
did you
months.
take the shuttle?
About 3 months ago, it was a Danube class shuttle, only capable of warp 5.
Question: Weren't all the new tabletop? Weren't all the Nubian classes shut down?
No, they're still
No?
operational.
Okay.
No, that's not an
So,
old class. That's not an old class at all. It was just, basically
would
it's a.
Warp 5 be able to get, would Warp 5 be able to get here in time for the project from where she left?
Depends, but you're not able to compare the dates either.
Yeah. So what date? When did you leave?
I think it was my ship was well and close. Then it got a distress signal, so they had me depart. I think I left 2 months before my arrival.
Would that match up for the dates?
No, because there's no dates. They've been blacked out, or they're missing.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What did you do to work? What did you do on the project?
Well, I'm a science officer, so I help build and assisted anywhere I can. Tested the soil samples in the water to make sure everything was good for humanoid life, and we were backed by Julian Bashir, the medical officer, as well, to make sure that everything was good. So that way,
Often did he come in to see you?
not much, just often. I was on the project full time.
I understand.
Hmm?
You do understand that you are a prime suspect, right?
Yes, I do.
Do I get any hints of deceit from her? Actually, no. Before I do that, so what happened on the USS Bakersfield? Why did it go down?
I don't know. I mean, I heard it was destroyed by an anomaly, but like I said, they were assisting a distress call.
So you said you left in a shuttle.
Yes.
So how would you know about the distress call?
Oh, it's part of Starfleet records.
And what about your transfer?
What about my transfer? Transfer was okayed by.
Not in Starfleet records.
Well, it was a little incomplete, but they maybe imagined that was destroyed data from when my captain transferred everything over. Maybe something to transfer, right? That that happens. That can happen depending on what type of anomaly that it was.
Mm-hmm. What have I gotten off of surface thoughts?
You're actually getting nothing from her.
Nothing.
Nope. But she's smiling at you.
I don't like that. No. May I have permission to delve a little deeper?
No, I don't think that's really Starfleet protocol to dive deeper into people's minds. I think you should go back to investigating.
Amber, you were free to leave.
Amber already left. You dismissed her before.
No, I sent her back to the line.
Oh, you did? Okay, all right. So she leaves. Just leaving Julian and Jane.
No,
What?
Julian, I already left. I already talked to Julian. I already let him leave.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, that's right, you did. Yeah, never mind. So yeah. Is there something wrong, sir?
Barry, I cannot read you.
Oh, well, I mean, shouldn't do that without my permission anyway. That
I
goes
don't need permission to read surface thoughts.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not reading your mind. I'm simply sensing what is around.
I know your mother.
Good.
She's a Vulcan.
Good.
Do you know the difference between your people and my people?
Who are your people?
That's a good question. I'm going to let you make to dive deeper, I'm going to let you make a fitness. No, we're going to do presence command because you're going to punch presence con. You're going to punch your way through her mind, and your composure will play a factor.
All
All right.
right. Can I use what is it? Can I use one of my values?
Yes, you can use of 2 worlds, and that'll give you 1 automatic success.
2 worlds, and then so composure would work. All right. I'm actually. How many fate points do we? How many momentum do we have?
You have 6.
Uh, can I use a additional momentum to roll 3d20?
Yep, you got 3d20, and I'm going to spend a threat to just up the ante a little bit. All right, so you got 3d20 plus 1 success.
That's 5. One's a critical success.
Oh god, you got 5?
2, because I rolled a critical success. That's 2, plus 2 other successes that were normal. So 2, 1, 1, plus an auto success from value. That's 5.
All right, all right, all right. Okay. Huh. I'm gonna let you succeed at that one because you actually failed it, but I'm gonna let you succeed. Succeed. What? I'm gonna take 1 threat for it. So,
Okay.
Actually 2 threat for it. Sorry. But you're still gonna succeed. All right. So you actually see an image of someone. You're not sure the voice because the voice is even different. Someone talking to a high-ranking Romulan guard or Romulan Senate, and you know it's Romulan. But even the voice, but you're in the head, so you're seeing that it's this person, but her voice is different.
I see.
Hey, does that want to give me an insight command roll, or do you want to do that, Trin?
I can do it.
Okay, I was just trying to give the Witch King something because he's been sitting here witnessing this whole scene.
Yeah, I'll do it if you don't mind.
Yeah, nope.
Tobey.
I was just gonna do it because I excelled at that. But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, you can do it because I know I'm not supposed to technically do this, but I do only have a 2 in command. So I think your character would probably be more apt to do something like that if I think about it more.
Yeah. So it's 2d20, and then do I have a focus that applies?
No.
Diplomacy.
What's up?
From the diplomacy, because I'm trying to learn more, or
No, we're gonna. Nope, you're
the
good.
value work.
You already spent you have to get a determination for that, and you already spent your determination on one of your values already.
So I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna assume we got our momentum back for the critical.
No, because you still failed. But
Then I'm going to use another momentum to roll 3d20.
all right, and I'm going to take that from you. So, oh yeah, all right. So you got 3d20. Go.
You can do it.
2 successes.
All right, so you do get 2 momentum back. Because yeah, this is like something that all Starfleet officers know about. And then technically with your Vulcan heritage as a trait, you would technically know about it a lot too. So you do know that the Vulcans do specialize in genetic altering surgeries, more particularly their special forces, the Tal Shiar. You are hypothesizing in your mind right now that you are possibly in front of a Tal Shiar operative.
Oh shit.
This is Vulcan, you said?
No, Romulan. But your Vulcan, but mind you, Romulan and Vulcan shares common ancestry. Whether or not,
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. All right. Thank you.
Talchiar are really nasty customers. You really need to be careful here, man. That's out of character, but just so you know, because you've never seen.
But my character would know.
Trying to help you out here.
Question: if he hits his comm badge to signal a SOS or an emergency within the break, would that get people here immediately?
No, you'll have to call for them. So,
in Zeth hears in his head SOS.
Isn't Zeph in the same room?
Yes.
Yes, but he's telling you to call them so that the person doesn't notice because they're interacting with me, not with you.
Okay. I immediately send out. Can I basically, this might be a really good idea. Can
Actually, no,
I
he goes
send?
SOS. What is he? What are they called again?
No, but
Romulans.
hold on. I want to send out a combat signal in Morse code.
Ha, ha, you can totally. Okay, give me. Oh, you know what? Give me a control engineering roll for that, and whatever successes you get, I'm going to give you guys some bonuses.
I'd say it assists, but I'm currently interacting with this person.
Yeah.
And I believe I can use my.
Use a momentum. Please use momentum.
Okay. Momentum I will use.
All right. Well,
Not more than one.
So it was control and engineering
and you
and
can.
3d20.
Yep, and you can definitely apply one of your focuses to it because I think you got computers or you got something that would understand how that works. So yeah,
Survival?
What's up?
Wouldn't it be survival?
It would be because especially if you are, I mean, you could technically apply that to this case because you don't know if there's more Telchiari agents, but you do know.
No, that's what I was saying. He doesn't know Telchiari, so my character's going to go SOS Telchiari agent in brig.
Right. So he does know about that. Because
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm
Right.
going to retcon what I said SOS. I'm
God.
going to add on to it SOS
Okay.
Telchiari agent in brig.
Guys, I got 4 critical successes and 1 regular success.
How the,
Yes.
wait, how? Oh, yeah, you got 2 critical successes, but they count as 2, so you got a total of 5 right there. Yeah, no, you got a total of 5 there. Yeah, you guys are getting some. You guys are getting some bonuses coming up. Plus, you guys got 1 momentum back, and then each of you guys got 2 bonuses that are coming up, and I'll tell you what those bonuses are going to be applied for here in a minute. All right, so this is taking a little long.
He then goes and says, Officer Jane Foster, I'm going to ask you politely to step into that cell. You are currently under arrest.
Give me 1 second, folks. One second. There we go. Do. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. All right. So since we're gonna be going this route, I've got the plan up my sleeve. Well, I don't, but this person does. So I'm gonna spend 3 threat. And as you ask her to do that, she is going to attack you with her hands. So, and it's going to be the closest one, which unfortunately is going to be Rollis Trin. So Rollis Trin needs to give me a daring security roll.
Are we going into combat?
Yes.
Quick action.
Quick action, which means you get to go first. Okay, fair enough. All right. Wait. Is that what that means?
Yep.
Because
we get to go first and get an additional round. We get to go twice.
Okay, well, go right at. All right, so now you're going to give me a daring security, and I give you a daring security to oppose it.
I'm going to use momentum, making it 3d20. I do have hand phasers, and I am using a hand phaser.
All right. So then yours going to be a control security.
Oh, control security.
Yep. Daring security if it's using melee. Control security if you're using a weapon.
I'm bringing out my hand phaser and going, poof, cowboy.
All right. Make sure it sets a stun. You can't kill right from the get go.
It is set to stun. Huh.
Wow. Okay. All right.
A total of 4.
Yep.
1 failure.
So as she went to attack you, you quick draw your phaser and you basically stunned her down to the ground, and she is set to stun and able to be picked up and thrown into the brig.
That's exactly what I do.
Yep. So you throw her right into the brig. I'm pretty sure she's knocked out from that because you got 4 successes. She only got that. But what does do me a favor, there, Toby. Since you're using a type 1, give me 5d6 roll.
How do I roll this? Hold on.
Oh, just go to the macro section with the dot and 3 lines and roll challenge dice.
Okay. I think I did 5.
No, I got 4.
Okay.
So I got 2, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 damage and 2 special effects on a phaser. Ooh. Special effects is charge.
Special effects good or bad?
They can be good. It just depends. Well, we'll just count them as an additional 1 because it has a charge section, which the weapon has adaptable energy supply, allowing its potency to be scaled to different levels if the character performs. If the character performs a Oh well, I don't care. She's down. She took a lot of hits.
Huh?
Well, it was 1 hit, but she took like over 6 points of damage without the special effects. Then she got 2 special effects, so she pretty much got phaser burned a couple additional times. Regardless how we want to count that, she took almost up to like 8 points of damage just in 1 turn.
Okay.
So nope, she's down, and you put her right in the brig, and you sealed her in, knowing that she's part of the Romulan. I mean, is there anything you want to get off of her while she's knocked out or stunned?
Any weapons or communications device she has on there?
If she doesn't have any, you probably have to send a security team to her quarters just to see.
Can I see if there's anything on her at all? Because I'm taking.
Oh yeah.
I'm leaving her clothes.
Oh yeah. She's got nothing on her.
All right.
Because as far as she was concerned, she was getting away with everything.
Because I don't know if they would do it. Can you check just in her mouth to see if she has a kill capsule?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because that would be very. I think Romulans do carry those suicide capsules in case they get captured. But there was not one in there.
Right. Nothing at all.
Nope.
All right, that's it. He's then going to calm both Captain Amelia and Captain
Kieran Reese.
Reeves and say, I'm sure Zeph has already told you, but be on the lookout. We might have what are they called?
Romulans.
No, the elite guard. What are they called?
Oh, the Tel Shiar.
We might have Tel Shiar spies on board and more Romulan spies on board.
All right. Well,
I have currently locked one in the brig.
Yep. So Kieran Reese comes back and says, "Well, thank you for resolving this in an orderly." Or no. Kieran Reese has been relieved of duty. Remember that. So it's Captain Amelia is the only one that is available for that conversation, because comm badges are also Captain Flores. Yeah, Amelia Flores. Because comm badges are taken off of you when you're detained like that.
I get it.
So, and you didn't really report that you reported her. She was okay to leave, but the investigation was still going on. All right. So Captain Flores says, "All right. Well, thank you, Lieutenant Junior Rollis Tren. You did a great job on resolving it. We do have the culprit. We will make sure all this information gets into your data pad. We're going to send it to Kieran Reese, and we're going to leave DS9 to their own internal affairs. I have to report this to Starfleet and see what our next orders are going to be."
All right. Surface thoughts, because my character is becoming paranoid.
Oh, on which one?
Captain Flores.
All you really hear from her is the fact that a sigh of relief that they found the culprit before there was any catastrophic damage done to Cardassia Prime, but they are going to be set back while this project is either dismantled or fixed.
I get it. I just wanted to make sure I could hear something and not nothing.
No. It's something.
All right. We're good.
So,
what do you mean with one? There's more than one person with her?
What's up?
Is there more than one person with her?
With who? No, not
in Florida.
no, just the security team she brought.
Can I do surface spots on them?
I mean, you can, but I mean, all they're saying is, "Oh man, I cannot wait till we get out of here. We've been at DS9 for almost a week now."
All right, you're good. Thank you.
Yep. All right, so that brings us to the closing scene. You guys have the opportunity to go to the mess hall on the ship, or go to the mess hall where you can see all the vendors. You can go to Quark's place on DS9 if you want to have a drink. This is your time to relax.
I'll go to Quark's place because that's where I met Kyokuk.
All right. Well, as you get there, you notice that he did not show up at all.
No, you're good.
So, for whatever reason. So, what's Zeb's doing?
Zeph is trying to figure out how to get the project back on standing, I guess.
You never stop working, do you?
No. I mean, when you don't sleep, you work and you work, and then you spend a couple months just...
While you're in the lab, you are approached by Amelia Flores, your captain, and go, "Remarkable piece of equipment, isn't it?"
It really is, Captain.
You know you're not supposed to be in here any longer because we don't know what's going on with the project. It's been put on hold.
I know, but maybe I could figure out something. Okay, Captain.
Look, as an engineer, I know you want to see this project up again, but it's not a problem if we can fix it. We can fix it. It's just going to set the project back. But the problem is, with what happened here and the fact that we got to tell the Cardassian government that it's been placed on hold due to a potential saboteur, we can't lie to them. It's a diplomatic issue at this point. That's all it is. We could definitely get this thing fixed. Don't think that you have failed, because you have not. Neither you or Trin. Trin might have led this mission, even though you're the ranking officer, but that's exactly what you are, is an engineer. And not only are you just any engineer, you're my chief engineer.
Thank you, Captain.
You will get your time. Zep, Lieutenant Commander, whatever you want to go by, you will get your time to shine. Have you ever given thought to transferring to command?
I actually have. It's become more and more clear as late that would be quite the career opportunity.
Give us some thoughts. Don't make a rash choice right away. But you would make a really good captain. You've risen through the ranks as an ensign. You helped your chief engineer on the USS Hailstrom. Now you're the chief engineer of the USS Tolkein. You got a lot going for you.
No, it's just when you're a Denobulan, you're raised among so many people. Your family's huge. In some ways, it's kind of hard to stand out amongst the crowd, and I guess this is just my way of doing so.
Yeah. Well...
But am I dismissed, Captain?
Absolutely. But you need to take some time for yourself before we go. There's going to be a little R&R that we're going to get, not long, just a couple hours. Meanwhile, for everyone to catch up on sleep. This has been a very outdaring thing. I got to meet with Rollis Trin here in a minute. I got to talk to him about... We figured out who the culprit was.
Oh, that's great news. Okay. Hopefully I'll see Rollis in just a second, and I'll send him your way, okay?
Alright, thank you. I'm actually heading to Quark's. Are you coming?
Yeah, of course.
Alright, well, we go to Quark's together, because that's where he's at. At least that's what I've been told.
If Kyokuk's not there, he's going to head out.
Well...
He's going to go to his room and try and sleep. He is tired.
Well, on your way out of Quark's, they said, "Oh, Mr. Trin, Lieutenant. I know you've probably been tired, but I do need to talk to you. Can I get you a drink to help you relax?"
Sure.
All right. So you guys all sit down at the table, and the captain brings you 2 drinks, and I say, "I want to tell you guys that you guys are a very exemplary Starfleet officers. Very exemplary.
Appreciated.
But we do have a bit of a problem. We figured out who the Tal Shiar agent is. This is what her face looks like. He lays down a data pad and lays down what the girl actually looks like before she had genetic surgery, before she was genetically altered. Her name is Lithana. She's a Tal Shiar agent for the Romulan Star Empire. Turns out that the Bajorian Provisional Government hired her to sabotage the project because they found out it was going to Cardassia and not their planet.
Fun.
She assumed the name of Jane Foster as the distress call and the anomaly. They intercepted the distress call that was intercepted was the USS Bakersfield, and they picked it. And instead of helping the ship, they picked the records clean to see what they could do because they knew about the project somehow. Which means they have another agent somewhere. Now, we don't know if they're no longer on DS9 or where they could be at to figure out how this project came about. They could very well be even on Cardassia. So, but I want to commend you two. You guys deserve a drink, and you guys deserve much needed rest. The USS Tolkein will not leave without you, so we'll see you guys in a few days.
See you in a few days, Commander.
Yep. Commander dismisses himself, or the captain dismisses himself, and Yep, it's been a few days. You guys arrive back on the USS Tolkein, and you guys assume your stations, and you go to the bridge. And he says, Lieutenant, nice to have my helmsman back. Can you assume the helm, please? We have new orders from Starfleet.
Right away, ma'am.
All right. This is the captain speaking. All hands on deck. Please get to your stations. We do have a bit of an issue for preparations. Thank you. Helm, set course for the neutral zone. We must explore this Romulan even further, and we must actually have a meeting with the Romulan Star Empire.
Yes, ma'am.
We will also be calling in the Romulan Republic, which is said to be pirates of that sector, so we're going to figure out what happened here.
Alright.
Warp 6. So you punch everything in, and the scene ends with the ship pulling out away from DS9 and setting its course, and it goes to warp.
Yep.
And that is tonight's session.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Did you guys actually like that?
Yes.
All right.
did.
It was festive.
I like the twist that it was a Romulan Tal Shiar agent. I guess I should have expected that in retrospect, but it was just so cool to find out those agents are involved in this, and also finding out that because this is this pre or post Romulus and Remus's star system blowing up?
This is before the star system. This is 2381. The star system blows up in less than six more years.
Do they know that yet?
No, because they didn't actually know about it going supernova until the year of, and then when Spock was trying to help them, it went supernova on them unexpectedly.
Okay, so Spock is he an ambassador for them yet?
Yes. The last
Okay.
7 years, he actually, I believe, if I remember correctly, he worked with the Romulans for the last few years. It was after they destroyed, what was his name? Shinzon is what got the Romulans to talk with the Vulcans in Starfleet. Because after the defeat of Shinzon with the USS Enterprise E and Jean-Luc, and then the death of Data, actually, once everything simmered down, the Romulans actually approached Starfleet and the Vulcans, and they're actually trying to do better. But the problem is, there are still people Romulans that want to be part of the Star Empire, and then there's Romulans that want freedoms, and they want the Senate to be destroyed. So they created their own republic called the Romulan Republic. So they've been fractured.
Well, I hope we can somehow save some Romulans from the destruction of Romulus in the future.
Well, that'll be a future game.
Oh, I know.
I was thinking about doing something with that, or doing something around that time, because we are playing kind of in less than a few years of that time frame.
Well, if we play long enough, my character might be captain by that point.
Might be. Yes, might be. All right. Hey,
I mean, if
oh.
going off how fast he's advancing.
Oh, we'll get there. Because like I said, I've decided to slow that down just a little bit too. Tobey, how do you feel about how did you feel about the adventure tonight?
It was interesting. I love that I was in character because I'm tired and exhausted, and so was my character.
Yeah, it kind of was so easy to get into the character because you're like, oh man, if he's tired and exhausted, I know how he feels. I'm actually going through that.
Yep.
So no, I get that. Well, guys, this was a great adventure. Next week we won't have one because I have personal matters I have to attend to, but we are going to have one in the first week of October. I'm all set up for that. I'm going to be getting some more thoughts together, some more stuff about what we're going to do. And then no milestones tonight because I gave you guys some pretty nice ones last time, except for the Witch King. I didn't give him the spotlight, but I need to make sure he gets a spotlight milestone, because if you were to get another one, Tobey, you'd be in line for another arc milestone, which would advance your character further.
I'm fine with that.
So we're gonna, of course, you're fine with that. Anyway, no milestones tonight, as is this was kind of, yes, it was a separate session, but it was still kind of part of the same, kind of like the same episode. This was part 2, so we'll just assume, so nothing really did change. It was the same scenery and everything. So what I should have done was save the milestones for this session. And go from there. But I'm glad you guys all had fun. I had fun doing Star Trek again. It made me feel like, watching those movies. My girl in those TV series, my girlfriend and my kids are been asking me to get them into it as well. That they'd be more than willing to watch it with me. So, they even talked about playing. They asked about the Star Trek Adventures games I have, this game, and they've been wanting me to get them into that too. And I've got a group of 4. So yeah. Like, before you can play the game, I said you got to know what Star Trek is, guys.
You don't have to.
They're younger than you are. They need to know.
Case in point.
They need some guidance there. So
I still think Tobey needs to know more about Star Trek.
I think Tobey should just get a stream, get Paramount Plus, and start getting on there himself, because they're all there, including the new ones.
Maybe.
Dude, you're missing on the best culture you could say you could be a part of. If we were to all go to a Star Trek convention, I will go in there and say, I am happily a nerd. I have watched every episode of Star Trek, and I've ran Star Trek Adventures and played it. And Witch King will come up behind me and go the same way. And then you come up behind me, I play Star Trek Adventures.
Yep.
And then everyone's you're gonna be like, so what's better, Star Trek or Star Wars?
Star Wars, obviously.
And that kind of a mess, if you say that, I'm throwing you in the dumpster, because, man, that's going to riot. Or take the Big Bang Theory's Will Wheaton's approach. Show up to a Star Wars premiering wearing a Vulcan uniform. Wearing the... It's like, I was part of Star Trek, guys. I got to root for the other team. Oh, I love that episode. Showed up to a Star Wars premiere wearing pointy ears and the original series uniform. For a science officer, he dressed up as Spock.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, well, guys, for anyone who has tuned in, we didn't really see any messages, but for anyone who has seen this video or will see this video, thank you so much for stopping in. We do appreciate that. For those future viewers who will watch this video, we do appreciate you for tuning in. We will have another episode in 2 weeks, and then we will go from there. Everyone else, have a great and wonderful night. Witch King Tobey, have a great night. And here is our exit.